Colorado 3-year update and about a month. Basically, the only thing I could say that it doesn't really do well is hitting a curb at about 45 miles an hour, straight on, and then going over it. Other than that, really no complaints. These are not doing too well. I think in the 2-year update, I showed you that it hit a curb. Or the 1-year update, I forget. Is that 2020? Might have been, it was 2020. The truck had like 30,000 miles on it, and it had that impact. And it was fine. The shop just brought the alignment back in, and it was good for a while. And then these guys started not being so good anymore about 10 months ago. So, yeah, we're working on it. I'll give you the actual update after this. Yeah, so aside from that, which it's fixed now, kind of. It needs to go for an alignment. I mean, it's close. Like, it's drivable. It doesn't really pull or anything. Just needs the last little touch. But, yeah, so, I mean, that was the last update, which was the 1-year update. I mean, I can't really complain about the truck too much. I mean, I haven't done anything to it. Back brakes are getting close. Front brakes still look new. I'm still not really understanding how that's possible, but it is. Yeah, I mean, truck drives great, runs great. It's just been oil changes, washer fluid, and windshield wiper blades, really. Oh, and a couple taillight bulbs, which it is what it is, being that they're incandescent. Bed liner still isn't doing great. I have pretty much given up on getting that fixed. Oh, and it got hit last year. Yeah, that was a fun one. Guy pulled out of a parking lot, didn't see me, I saw him, I slowed down as much as possible and moved out of the way, and he kind of just like me in the side, like from basically here all the way to the back, but on the other side. And the paint doesn't really match in the body shop. That, you know, I trust the guys working didn't really do a good job by me, so I'm not going to recommend or name that body shop because it is what it is. I mean, whatever. I mean, I found a bunch of other crap and cut harnesses under the truck that had to be worked on as well, so that's probably going to be a problem down the line, but it is what it is. I took care of that as best as I could, so hopefully it's fine, but we'll see. I mean, runs phenomenal, no issues with the trans after, you know, having the fluid flushed at like 5,000 or 6,000 miles whenever I did it. I mean, I had the truck like a month, I think, and I had it done. So, yeah, probably like 5,000 or 6,000 miles. And, yeah, I mean, it's been great. I will say the only thing that I was looking at, which don't mind that. It's, I use it. I work, sorry. Actually, this is only really from yesterday. It was just a lot of in and out of muddy, nasty yards with the work boots and kind of got bad. But, the seat, which everybody says, yeah, the seat design, it tears back here, which for 19 and up, I was under the impression that they changed it, which they did, because if you look at the older trucks, it looks more like the passenger seat where the cushion's actually higher. And I mean, my fat ass kind of pancaked it out as well. But really what's bothering me right now is if you look here, you can see it's started to tear, and you can actually see it's kind of cracking all the way down, which, I mean, that's just a function of cheap vinyl. Kind of is what it is, really. I haven't made the decision if I'm going to just get a new seat cover bottom and replace it, which is like, I think I found the bottom for like $200, or just get a color keyed the same way, cat skin, full leather interior, and just swap to that. Because I was looking, they have the factory replacement, cat skin kit, which is just the black faces are leather, and then everything else is vinyl, which is, I'm pretty sure, how the factory leather is anyway. It's like $600. to order that. I actually did it in the 2500, and I mean, so far so good. I mean, the fit on it was absolutely perfect. It looks phenomenal. I mean, I really couldn't tell unless I was really looking at it, the difference between the leather and the vinyl facing. So that's pretty cool. I might do that. The only problem I have with it is the black just looks really plain, and then I have to change the armrest. Whereas if I just get a cat skin that's keyed the same way, and, you know, do the gray, the black, and then make this another, you know, a gray leather insert, and I'm flirting with the idea of doing like a pattern. Probably not, because that's really expensive. I could do that, but the only thing is, you know, getting this keyed like this through cat skin is going to be like $1,200, and again, a lot of money. Unsure of by the time I'm going to upload this, but I may or may not have the truck fully paid off by the time I do. In which case, I'm basically planning on keeping this thing until it dies. I do love it. I mean, I'm a little disgruntled with it now that the paint doesn't match. Like, as you can tell, it's pretty disgusting, and that's simply because I don't really care as much anymore, exterior-wise. I mean, I still care. You know, I'm not, like, driving it into mailboxes or anything like that. Like, the truck is still otherwise perfect. It's just, it's not perfect. Yeah, I mean, overall, though, really, really solid vehicle. Probably gonna need a new battery because I've run this one down to like 6 volts 7 or 10 times now. But it still starts in the morning. Sometimes it's a little scary, but it does start. So that's cool. But yeah, I mean, that's really it. Oh, and I've been flirting with the idea of just pushing the fuck it button and putting a supercharger on it. Mallet, because that seems to be the best option. But if, you know, fuel prices and everything stay the way they are, the other car already is designated to run on super. I don't need 2 vehicles that, you know, I got to be doing that with. Oh, tire upgrade. Last video you saw the rims were kind of nicked up from when I hit the curb. Got a new set of factory reproduction rims. Wheels, sorry. And then I got a set of tires. And I went up in size. I went to the 265 7017, which honestly the truck should have just come with it from the factory. I got about, let's see, the truck probably had about 30,000 miles on it in the last video, so these got about 30,000 miles on them now, and honestly, the tread block like isn't even touched, which is amazing. I actually have them aired up a little bit on the high side right now to compensate for that looseness in the front end, so it didn't kind of track the road all weird. Rides a lot better with about, I don't know, I did a chalk line test. It's like 35 according to the dash is what this likes, which is like 38 in each according to my gauge or something like that. The pollen actually made it really easy because I could just drive down the street, you know, when it didn't rain, and I'll get a really nice transfer on there and I could see. And right now the contact patch ends about here. So yeah, I mean, overall the projector retrofit been solid, no issues with that. Add the inverter under the seat, the charging system on this being kind of weird, and the adaptive smart charging doesn't quite keep up with it on under high loads like the old truck did. But I mean, it charges like drill batteries. It'll run like a blanket or a heating pad or a couple laptop chargers, things like that, which is really all I need it for. I mean, I don't need to run a Sawzall like I used to out of the old truck. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm a lot more tame with what I'm doing. Oh, had to replace the windshield. I got a crack in it. Not really sure. Actually, I had 2 cracks in it. One was here, which didn't really bother me because it started down here and it just went like that. So it was pretty much covered by the dealer sticker. The other one was actually kind of over. You can actually see there's a little smudge on the windshield. Oh no, it's the wheel from the other car. Well, anyway, yeah, it was about there, which wasn't too bad, but depending on where the sun was in the sky, the glare was actually annoying, and then it got a little nick here as well, and that's when I kind of just said, okay, yeah, time for a new windshield. Factory GM windshield, because that's what I was able to get. And yeah, I mean, that was it. Things that I'm still flirting with as well, putting 20% tint on the front instead of 35, because the work truck has 20% and I kind of like it, and so does that Escalade, and it does match the rear really nice, but it's also kind of hard to see at night, and I do drive a lot at night, so I'm not entirely sure. But the one thing I will be doing is getting a tint strip on the top of the windshield, because the old truck had that, the blue transient strip, and I really liked that, and apparently you can't get these with it, because I asked when they replaced the windshield if they were available with that, and they told me no, at least not in the GM class. I didn't look that far into it to actually care. I was just like, okay, whatever, it needs a windshield, just get it done. And that's it. I mean, truck is solid. I mean, I don't really have anything else to add. Drives great. Probably should, do driveline fluids or something. I don't know. I'll get there when I get there. And I know a couple of people had asked what was going on at this point, if, I still had it or whatever. And I guess I figured I'd update sooner than later, since I kind of missed the mark on the 2-year update. Just got real busy with switching jobs and switching between day and night and day and night and day and night. I just didn't have the time to really do anything, and now I'm kind of in a position where I'm at least stable on my shift, so figured I'd give you an update since I had today off and I was working on it. So overall, really good. Oh, and the Defenders, I like them a lot. Are they absolutely the be-all end-all of tire? No, I would not buy them if they didn't have the rebate going that they had when I had purchased them, which I think was like $75 off a tire or something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but it ended up making them, comparable to other tires in the segment price-wise. Otherwise, yeah, no, I would absolutely not spend that kind of money on them. Although I will say the tread life is pretty impressive, but so were the Hancooks that I had on the old truck, and they did everything pretty much equally as well as these do for probably, I think they were $150 less a tire or something absolutely astronomically ridiculous like that. And I actually, that's all I ran on the old work truck too, and they were great. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I'll probably wash it, since we're not supposed to get rain for the next week or so, and it'll be covered with pollen in a couple hours. Thanks for watching.